Hello everyone, my name is Maybelline Alferez. I'm a student at Grand Canyon University, and today I will discuss two key features of the Arizona government, the initiative and then the referendum. These processes are fundamental to direct democracy in Arizona and were intentionally included in the state constitution to ensure these processes are fundamental to direct democracy in Arizona and were intentionally included in the state constitution to ensure that citizens have a significant role in lawmaking. As a basic definitions, first let's define the two terms. An initiative is a process that allows citizens to propose new law or a constitutional amendment. So it means that instead of waiting for the legislature to act, the people themselves can gather signatures and place the proposal directly on the ballot for voters to decide. On the second term, a referendum, on the other hand, allows voters to approve or reject a law that has been passed by the state legislature, which is essentially it gives the citizens the power to review and, if necessary, overturn legislative decisions. So, in simple terms, an initiative begins when the people propose the law, and the referendum gives the people the power to approve or reject a law passed by lawmakers. So, our question is how the initiatives and referendums are created. Now, let's talk about these procedures, how actually work in Arizona. For an initiative, citizens must first draft the proposed law or the constitutional amendment. Then they must collect a certain number of signatures from the registered voters. So the numbers of signatures required depends on whether the proposal is for a regular law or a constitutional amendment. Each change to the constitution needs more signatures. Once the required signatures are verified by the Secretary of State, the measure is placed on the ballot for the next general election. Then voters decide whether they approve it or reject it. A referendum works a little bit differently. After the Arizona passes a law, citizens have the limited time to gather signatures to challenge it. If there is enough signatures within the time frame, the law is placed on the ballot. The law does not go to effect unless the voters approve it. In both processes require signature collection and voters approval. The key difference is timing. Initially proposed new laws and the referendum challenged the laws that already been passed. Two. Now let's compare and contrast the two. Both initiatives and referendum. One requires citizens' involvement. Two depends on collecting signatures. Three ultimately place decisions in the hands of the voters. And four reflect on the principle of direct democracy. However, these are different purposes. An initiative is proactive. It allows citizens to create policies when they feel like the legislature is not addressing certain issues. A referendum is reactive. It serves as a check on the legislature by allowing voters to block laws that they oppose. In that way, initiative gives citizens more power to make laws, while referendum let people keep an eye on lawmakers and make sure that they are responsible. Like any political processes, both initiatives and the referendums has pros and cons. Pros of initiatives: empower citizens to create change, increase civic participation, allow important public issues to be addressed even if lawmakers ignore them, strengthen democratic engagement. For cons of initiatives: complex policy decisions may be reduced to a simple yes or no in voters. Campaigns can be heavily influenced by money and special interest groups. Voters may not fully understand complicated legal language. Pros of referendums: provides a direct check on the legislative power, promote accountability, prevents unpopular law from taking effect. Cons of referendums. A signature gathering can be expensive and difficult. Important policies can be delayed. Voter turnout may impact outcomes in ways that don't fully reflect the population. So, both tools help the people to get more involved, but they also face challenges such as funding. They need to ensure that the voters actually understand the issues and that outside groups are not trying to influence kind of like the process. The connection to direct democracy and the Arizona Constitution. So, finally, let's talk about why these processes matter in Arizona. Arizona became a state during the Progressive Era, a time when the reformers pushed for greater public control over the government. The framers of the Arizona Constitution strongly believed that the power should remain with the people, not just the elected officials. So Arizona Constitution includes the powers of initiative and referendum because the people who wrote it wanted to make sure that the government didn't go unchecked. They felt that elected officials shouldn't be the only ones making decisions without the accountability of the public. But by allowing citizens to propose laws to push back against other actions, the Constitution gives voters a real voice in shaping the state's future. These processes represented the heart of direct democracy, that instead of relying solely on elected officials to make all the decisions, voters can step in and take action themselves. It reflects the idea that the government power ultimately comes from the people and should always remain connected to their will. So, in conclusion, initiatives and referendums are an essential part of the Arizona political system. It's clear that Arizona intentionally designed a system that empowers its citizens. An initiative allows citizens to propose new laws. The initiative allows people to create change, and the referendum allows them to hold lawmakers accountable. Together, they reflect a strong belief in public involvement and demonstrate how direct democracy continues to shape Arizona. Thank you.